A T-Rex attack is one of the scariest things that could happen in the late Cretaceous period. If you were unfortunate enough to find yourself in its jaws, your bones would probably shatter under its unbelievably strong bite force. But just how much force did it take? A T-Rex to break a bone or chomp through thick skin like the hide of an ankylosaurus? And what about other prehistoric monsters? How do we know the bite force of a Megalodon, the largest shark that ever lived, or Smilodon, the saber-tooth cat? This video will cover the scariest bite forces of the prehistoric world. Let's get started. How do scientists calculate the bite force of dinosaurs? It's impossible to observe these extinct animals biting down on their food or attacking their prey. So reconstructing their bites is tricky, but not completely impossible. Paleontologists have developed a way to estimate the maximum bite force an ancient animal could generate by analyzing its skull and teeth. By studying fossils, scientists can determine the size and shape of a dinosaur's teeth and the muscle attachments on its skull, then use that data to predict how hard it could bite. This method isn't exact, but experts are pretty confident in their estimates. So let's see which dinosaurs had the most powerful jaws. Giganotosaurus. First up is Giganotosaurus, a massive carnivore from South America that terrorized the region during the late Cretaceous period. It was very similar to Tyrannosaurus Rex in size, build, and predatory behavior. In fact, Giganotosaurus has been given the nickname the South American T-Rex. Its name translates to giant lizard, and rightfully so. This dino was a true heavyweight, weighing over 8 tons and measuring more than 43 feet long. But how powerful was its bite? According to paleontologists, the Giganotosaurus had a bite force of around 6,500 pounds per square inch, which is almost as strong as the T-Rex. It used its powerful jaws to deliver devastating bites, easily crushing the bones of its prey. Its teeth were serrated like a shark's and perfect for slicing through flesh. Like the T-Rex, the Giganotosaurus was an apex predator. Its immense size, strength, and razor-sharp teeth made it a fearsome sight to behold. Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now it's time to talk about the king of the dinosaurs, the mighty T-Rex. This legendary creature has captured the public's imagination like no other prehistoric beast. Tyrannosaurus means tyrant lizard, and Rex means king. So put those together and you get the king of the lizards, a truly fitting name for this magnificent monster. The T-Rex was a true giant. It stood over 13 feet tall at the hip and was nearly 40 feet long. It weighed several tons and had a huge, powerful bite. Scientists estimate that the T-Rex had a bite force of around 7,000 pounds per square inch, which is even stronger than the Giganotosaurus. Its jaw was lined with 6 massive teeth that could grow up to 12 inches long. These teeth were perfect for crushing bone and tearing through flesh with ease. The T-Rex was an apex predator. It ruled the late Cretaceous period with an iron fist, or should I say iron teeth. Its immense size, strength, and deadly bite made it the undisputed king of the dinosaurs. See Megalodon. Now let's move away from the land and dive into the terrifying depths of the ocean to meet the largest shark that ever lived, the colossal sea Megalodon. This massive fish was an apex predator. It swam the seas during the early Miocene epoch, which lasted from around 23 to 5 million years ago. Sea Megalodon was truly a whale of a shark. It grew to an astonishing 70 feet in length and weighed over 100 tons. To put that into perspective, that's about twice the length and weight of the great white shark. But how powerful was its bite? Well, according to some estimates, the sea Megalodon had a bite force of around 10,000 pounds per square inch, making it one of the most powerful biters of all time. That's enough force to crush a human body like a soda can. Its jaws were lined with rows upon rows of sharp serrated teeth that could grow up to 7 inches long. These teeth were perfect for slicing through the flesh of its prey, which included whales, dolphins, and other large marine creatures. The sea Megalodon was a true monster of the seas. Its enormous size, strength, and powerful bite made it the top predator in the ocean. Smilodon. Now let's head back to land and take a look at one of the most famous prehistoric cats, Smilodon, aka the saber-tooth cat. This ferocious feline was a true master hunter. It roamed North and South America during the Pleistocene epoch, which lasted from around 2.6 million to 11,700 years ago. Smilodon was a giant. It weighed up to 900 pounds and stood almost 11 feet tall when on its hind legs. But what really made this cat stand out were its saber-like teeth. These long, thin teeth were perfect for catching and killing prey. Scientists estimate that Smilodon had a bite force of around 9,000 pounds per square inch. That's enough force to slice through the toughest hide with ease. The Smilodon was an apex predator. It was perfectly adapted for hunting large mammals such as horses, bison, and mastodons. Its size, strength, and deadly teeth made it one of the most feared creatures of the Pleistocene epoch, Sarcosuchus. It's time to meet one of the most terrifying crocodiles that ever lived, Sarcosuchus, also known as the super crocodile. This massive reptile was an apex predator. It swam the rivers and lakes of Africa during the Cretaceous period, which lasted from around 145 to 66 million years ago. Sarcosuchus was a true giant. It grew to an estimated length of 52 feet and weighed over 1 ton. But what really made this croc stand out was its enormous teeth. They could grow up to 12 inches long and were perfect for catching and devouring prey. Scientists estimate that Sarcosuchus had a bite force of around 12,000 pounds per square inch. That's enough force to crush a human body like a soda can. The Sarcosuchus was the undisputed king of its domain. Its size, strength, and powerful jaws made it the top predator in its ecosystem. Megalodon. Last, but certainly not least, is another member of the shark family, the mighty Megalodon. This massive shark was an apex predator that lived during the early Miocene epoch, just like the sea Megalodon. But unlike its cousin, the Megalodon was even larger. It grew to an astonishing 76 feet in length and weighed over 150 tons. That's about the size of a school bus. But how powerful was its bite? Well, according to some estimates, the Megalodon had a bite force of around 15,000 pounds per square inch, making it one of the most powerful biters of all time. That's enough force to crush a car like it's made of paper. Its jaws were lined with rows upon rows of sharp, serrated teeth that could grow up to 10 inches long. These teeth were perfect for slicing through the flesh of its prey, which included whales, dolphins, and other large marine creatures. The Megalodon was a true monster of the seas. Its enormous size, strength, and powerful bite made it the top predator in the ocean. What's your favorite prehistoric predator? Do you think you could outrun a T-Rex or fight off a saber-tooth cat? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome videos. Thanks for watching. See ya!